We're bringing breaking news about the Chris Jones situation with the Kansas City Chiefs. Stay with us in this incredible video and see what has been said about the player. I want to ask for your help in this moment. Show your support, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Kansas City Chiefs general manager Brett Veach stated that the team has not changed its stance on wanting to secure defensive tackle Chris Jones for the long term, even as he resists attending training camp. Jones, 29, is entering the final year of his contract. He's a great player and he wants a great contract. He deserves a great contract, and I don't think there's any surprises in that regard, Veach told the Star on Monday. But there's just a few obstacles we have to overcome in terms of how we can make this work short-term and long-term. But we've never wavered. This is a guy that we want to exhaust all of our efforts to get done, because that's how we think about him. The Chiefs faced a similar decision regarding a star player last year, locking in wide receiver Tyreek Hill for the long term. Veach explained that part of the decision to trade Hill to the Miami Dolphins for draft picks was based on a vision of the future. It potentially put their salary cap in a better position. You have to keep in mind that when we made that move with Tyreek, one of the determining factors was because there was an expected deal with Chris Jones, Veach said. And then, to make Tyreek, there was a concern of, could we make Chris? And then that was a moment, and it was pre-draft, where we hit the reset button. And we thought, it's really hard to negotiate a player of Tyreek Hill's magnitude. But we're dealing with someone equally significant and on the defensive side. Veach emphasized on Monday that he did not foresee negotiating Jones as an option before this season. I think for all parties, I think the best resolution would be for him to finish his career as a Chief, and get that financial security, and for us to do what we set out to do, and that's work this past off-season. With this off-season in mind and pick up some young guys, which we did, and then focus on this year and finish with Chris, Veach said. I hope we get this resolved, but we have no intention of making a trade. Veach described the recent discussions between the Chiefs and Jones' agents. He said it was more of a waiting pattern in the spring, as both sides awaited additional information with negotiations of a more hypothetical nature. Once both sides were closer to training camp, Veach described the dialogue as extensive with daily contact. Now, Veach said, the communication is in a different stage. You get to this point where, I think, both parties just want to take a deep breath and kind of restart a bit. And then, the conversations become less frequent, but at the same time, the start of the season is September 7th, Veach said. So, by nature, they're going to have to heat up again. And like I said, that's why we're still optimistic. Veach was asked on Monday what the Chiefs' 2023 roster would look like without Jones. It wouldn't be as good as with him, and I certainly recognize that. He's the guy that makes everything work, Veach said. I think that's apparent to us, and that's why, going into the off-season and up until where we are now, that's why our mindset is to keep working hard to do something with him, because that's how we feel about him. Where the two sides can still reach in negotiations remains an open question, even after the New York Jets' Quinnen Williams agreed to his recent $24 million per year extension, which included $66 million guaranteed. There's still a significant salary gap between the NFL's second highest paid defensive tackle, Williams, $24 million per year, and the first-placed Aaron Donald of the Los Angeles Rams, $31.7 million, the potential range in which a Jones extension might make sense. Veach reiterated that the Chiefs' ultimate goal was to have Jones on the team in the coming years. Sometimes these things take some time, Veach said. So, we'll keep pushing and working on it and hopefully make some headway here. We got into this, and as we keep these ongoing dialogues, our intent and desire has always been to ensure that Chris Jones is secured in the near future, and we'll continue with that mindset. Leave your comment down below to strengthen my work, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell.